Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Walkaway Joe. So, never heard of it. It's only an hour and 29 minutes long. And it has Jeffrey Dean Morgan in it. That's why I'm watching it. It's the only reason. And David Strathairn, I think his name is. I've seen him in a lot of different things. You recognize he has like a very distinct voice. You'll know who it is if you do watch this or seen this before. But it's about a kid who's looking for his father and runs into some guy who's he's a loner. He's hiding from his past. I don't know, but they created friendship, is what I'm gathering. Now it's only 5.9 on IMDb, but only 206 people have reviewed it so far. So I'll get into it, find out what it's about. Once I have a better idea, I'll let you know, so you'll have a better thought of what the movie is all about, and then ultimately I'll tell you what I think and see if it's worth watching or renting on Amazon Prime. Alright, stick around, I'll be back. Hey everybody, want to do a quick check-in. We're watching Walkaway Joe, and we're at the 49-minute 21-second mark. So, more clarification on the character. So, Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays the parent, the father, and David Strathairn, I think is his name, is the loner guy who the kid friends, and the kid is played by Julian. So anyway, his name is Dallas. The kid's name is Dallas. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character basically is a pool shark, pool hustler, and he brings his kid along with him into the bars and stuff as they hustle pool, and he taught his kid how to play as well. And he's really good. And then they team up and they beat people for money, and that's essentially what they do. Then Jeffrey Dean Morgan's character gets in a fight with his wife, Dallas's mother, and then leaves. And so Dallas wakes up one morning and his dad's gone. It's kind of like his best friend, and he's upset about it, so he goes out to try and find his dad. Meanwhile, they show that there might be some, he also might be in trouble. Jeffrey Dean Morgan probably owes somebody some money. I would assume something along those lines. Seems like people are looking for him. And he takes off. And so Dallas is out looking for him. That's when he runs into David's character, who is the loner, the drifter, who has an RV, picks him up on the side of the road, helps him find his dad, essentially. Or helping him find his dad. So that's really what it's all about. But, and there's more details involved. There's a side story of David's character and his relationship with his kids and his wife. We don't know all the details on that yet, but that's there too. But ultimately, Dallas is trying to find his father and trying to bring him back home. And you can imagine when a father leaves home, he leaves home for a reason. And so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I don't really see Jeffrey Dean Morgan wanting to come back, but that's what the kid wants. So you can kind of figure out where it might be heading. Anyway, it's okay. I'm not a fan of the kid. I love Jeffrey Dean Morgan and David as well. But, and then the kid is the main character. But interesting storyline. We'll see where it goes from here. There are people looking for Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and he's following with the kid and all that stuff. So that's it. I thought that's enough. I think you got a good idea of really what it's about. I'm going to watch it here for the last couple of minutes here. There's not much left, I guess. I guess 40 minutes left. See where it goes, and ultimately let you know if it's worth watching. So stick around right now. So it's okay. It's not terrible, but more to come. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Walkaway Joe, and it's pretty neat. Jump on this real quick. They're showing David's character, David Strathairn's character, which was Joe Haley. So he's Walkaway Joe, essentially. He drove an RV throughout this whole thing, and right now they're showing the RV going through the countryside, which I think is pretty cool, because normally you just get the black screen with all the credits. This is kind of neat. No words, just music, so I like that. Anyway, so the movie does get better. I knew what kind of path it was heading down. You watch it, you know what's going to happen. It's not going to be, pleasant. At least that's the way they're leading you down. But then what they do is, I mentioned about the side story with Joe Haley, and he's again, David Hathaway, or whatever his name is, his character, Joe Haley, which is much easier to say. They give you little breadcrumbs throughout, but enough to be like, okay, what's going on there, pique your interest. But then, they intertwine the stories, very, very well, I think. And I enjoyed that aspect. There was a point where, where it's going, and it's like, when there's really bad scenes that, don't make you feel good kind of thing. It's like, I know what's happening here. I don't want it to happen. I don't want to watch it. It's making it worse. But there is that, it's not like gross or anything. It's just an emotional kind of thing. But after that, it really turns around, I think. And it's not, it's not like, oh, hey, it's all rainbows and unicorns and sunshine. Don't get me wrong. There's still, a family, father, son, emotional type movie. Not crying, but, that kind of thing. So that's still in here, and it's not, I'm trying not to spoil it for you, but I think if you like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, you're going to check this out. Father-son type stories, definitely check this out. If you like pool, that's another one. That was the other thing that I forgot to mention. So I mentioned he's a pool shark, and they're both very good. So they shoot a lot of pool in this movie, and I enjoy that. There's a lot of hustling going on. So if you like those things, I think you'll like it. If you liked any of the two actors, again, the boy was kind of, wasn't a big fan of him, and I've never heard of him before. I didn't click to see if he was in anything else. I'll have to check that out. I'm wondering if they picked him for his pool shooting ability. Maybe not, but he was okay. It got better as it went on. So, all in all, decent movie. Stay with it. Stick through it. Get past the first 50 minutes. Not that the first 50 minutes is bad, but the first 50 minutes is like kind of predictable in a sense. It feels like you've been there before when you get there. But then it gets better. So, I think it gets more creative, more original after that. So, not that I've seen a lot of father-son movies where pool shooting and a drifter comes in, but you get that feeling like, okay, this has been done many ways, just different types of things, but they improve it after that. So there you go. That's what I got for you. Check it out. I'm in the 6 range on this one, so that should give you some idea. It's worth watching. So if you do, check it out. Love to hear your thoughts. Drop me some lines, put some comments in there. What did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I like to have subscribers, but I also like to hear from you all. So, and also tell your friends and continue to come back to Kimmel's Irish Pub.